Welcome to the Daily Influence, where our mission is to deliver a daily dose of positive influence that can uplift you personally or be shared within your sphere of influence. While not every episode may directly apply to your unique circumstances, we strive to provide insights and inspiration relevant to most people's daily, weekly, and monthly lives. Whether you are tuning in during the morning, noon, or night, the Daily Influence is here for you. Listen, share, and embrace the power of influence in your life. Hey everybody, Brian Smith here, and welcome back to the Daily Influence. I hope you all had a good weekend. This week we are continuing with our focus on focus, and that part of focus this week we're going to start with are our reactions and how we react to the things around us, what influences us to react. Is it good? Is it bad? Going too fast, which is one of the topics we've talked about in our slowdown podcast episodes, going too fast can influence our reactions, both good and bad. We can underreact or overreact in a good or bad way to the situations within our own area of influence. Our words, our body language often betray us. Body language can be different than what we want them to be, meaning that while the words that are coming out of our mouth and are being expressed to people that are around us, our body language can look amazingly different. One of the times for me that this happens is when I get interrupted at work, which is often if I leave my door open, because we have an open door policy, and the rule is if you see my door open, anybody can walk through that door and have a conversation with me. And when I mean anybody, I truly mean anybody. That, however, doesn't mean that I'm not being interrupted from something from deep thought. It's on me if I need that privacy to shut the door. And I don't do that oftentimes. Oftentimes I will get into work, get into my comfortable focus, and I find myself being interrupted. My team will tell you that the initial body language they see may be different than the words that come out of my mouth. They may see the frustration, even sometimes a tad bit of anger in my body language. That is what we mean about reactions. I was very open with them about this. I'm very open about who I am and how I react to things for my team, so that when those instances happen, then they don't take those reactions the wrong way. And that's really important in your area of influence when you're communicating and dealing with your teams. When we're in these go fast situations, when a lot of the influences around us might be out of our control at the moment, or maybe they were in control, but we didn't follow through on as simple as shutting the door. There's always a moment when we realize that we've had a bad or even a good reaction. When we're in a focus mindset and we understand the value of slowing down, and we identify that moment of realization that we may have had a negative reaction or even an overly positive reaction, doesn't necessarily have to be bad, and learn from it. Why did I react that way? Did I leave my own door open? Was it somebody else's issue? If it was, how do I deal with that? How do I be more understanding and find out how I can maybe react better, if that even matters? And you have to be the one that understands those individual situation awareness opportunities to turn them into advantages. Our reactions are important when we're building our teams. Our reactions are important to ourselves. Understanding ourselves, learning about how we react, understanding what triggers us, what makes us happy, what makes us angry, is all part of this process of building self-realization, understanding our environment, getting out of our own heads, having situation awareness, understanding our people and the people that we are responsible for and to, is all a part of this better, more positive individual team influence that we have. The takeaways today are really easy. Understand your emotions. Know that they can interfere with your reactions. And those reactions can sometimes or oftentimes look differently than what you mean them to be. Identify them, understand them, write them down, and learn how you can control them a little bit better. Also, share them with your teams. Let them understand what it is that challenges you and why you might have these reactions to certain situations. Be honest that you may cause those reactions, or if they're causing those reactions, have a conversation about how you can overcome that situation so it doesn't happen again. If you must react, take a pause and identify the proper reaction. Sometimes negative reaction is needed, but take that pause so that when you do that, you do it in a more thoughtful and empathetic way. That doesn't mean you can't be negative, you can't be angry. It's just having more control over that reaction and understanding that reaction just a little bit better. And if you still struggle with reaction tendencies, get help. Go outside. Have somebody help you to understand what you're doing or why you're doing it. Maybe they have some insight into things. They might tell you something about yourself that you don't see because of our comfortable focus, because our situation awareness is blinded by our quick time, going too fast environment. But let them help you to overcome your reactions and be open and empathetic to what they say to you. And don't be afraid to look in the mirror, listen to learn about yourself. I hope that you've enjoyed the podcast today. Look at your reactions, try to control your reactions and understand your reactions. And I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow. Have a great day.